Peace, y'all. Yeah, I'm covered. You have to set you down so you can get a look at this. Yeah, I'm covered. It's the 22nd of November, and we got all the paint off it. All this stuff up in here. Before I try to blast it, I'm gonna go get a little either spray stripper, or get a little quart can or whatever they got down at the hardware. But it is paint, because some of it I was able to scrape off at first, especially across this bar here. You see there was rust underneath that paint. Kind of weird. All the stuff that I left yellow, I still got to cut off and metal finish. Don't need that. We're going to run a Honda. It's got its own pump. If we do run an ICC, we'll run an electric pump. And if down the road somewhere, somehow, somebody gets their hands on this, and they wanted to put an axle pump on it, all they got to do is get one of these, right? With the U-shaped bracket, and they can bolt their water pump right to it. So this took another, well, gee, what time is it? 6:21. It's another 5 hours. 5 hours out here on this, and it's a mess. We got quite a mess going here, but at least you don't throw it everywhere, you know. I mean, I don't know if it's, yeah, it's on here too, isn't it? So yeah, well, we're gonna have to take the air broom to this place and hook up the air hose and just blow everything out. But for now, we're done with the heavy part. We go ahead and sweep the joint up tomorrow after we go ahead and cut those yellow, like I said, the yellow bits off and metal finish them, grind them, file them in. Then we'll go ahead and wipe everything down, clean it all up. That's it for removing the paint. We used another pile of these bad boys, and you see I'm using them right down to nothing. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. So we're looking at 30 bucks. All right? 30 bucks in abrasive to get the stuff off. Well, that's it. We did go out to PKT. Hey, Kim and Alex, appreciate it. Got the Blue Demon is in the back of the truck right outside the door. They straightened it up. I may still have to do a little bit more work to it, but they had a hard time getting it to move. They had a piece that goes in here with a big bar, 7-foot long solid steel bar on it, and they were breaking the pins that they were using. So he said it's pretty stiff, that pretty solid, that chassis. So that's a good thing. To get it to absolute dead zero, they had to adjust one side had to have the lower pill adjusted. So we won't have any more positive leaning out adjustment. So if it starts to come, you know, if it starts to sag again and it starts to get negative camber, we won't be able to physically adjust it out, which is not what I wanted. But they said, you know, they called me and told me where it was at, what was going on, and that it was going to cost a bunch more money to keep going. So I said, that's enough. If we have to, we will go ahead and saw cut. We'll just saw cut and fix it ourselves. That's really, in hindsight, it's really what we should have done anyway. Should have done in the first place. Could have saved ourselves a couple $100, you know. But I thought it would be easily fixed. And that way, I mean, I know they use the sniper alignment and stuff, and that would be like toot sweet to get started with. But so that's out in the truck. I stopped in Roseville back at the hood, picked up a bunch of Nerf bars and bumpers and stuff like that that we may be able to use over here or not. Also picked up the Emic chassis. It was an Enduro chassis that Kenny cut in half or cut down and was going to do something. I don't know what he's going to do. But we brought all that stuff, and we're going to try to use some of this leftover junk that we've got. You know, like spindles or whatever. I know I've got a couple of these too. These are good and long. So, I mean, we'll try to adapt that European stuff that's just sitting here to this Emmett cart. I mean, if we've got to cut and make our own new C-shaped yokes, make those and weld them on, we'll do that too. It's a parking lot beater, right? So we want to have something for Braden to chase around in the parking lot next spring. So piece of cake. We got another Revely flathead up in the rafters there. We're already thinking we may just disassemble the old 4-banger laydown, sell off the brake parts and stuff that's worth money, take the engine off of that to put on this yard cart, so to speak, and just take that go-kart and either shove it up here, put it outside underneath the lean-to. I don't know. The parts are worth more than the entire cart, so, and we're going to need the money to work with. So there you go, man. The place is a mess. Just look at it, just walking around. Quite a bit of crap here, but hey, it's done. It'll get better. Hang in there, y'all. I'm smiling. I'm praying for you. Godspeed. God bless. Another one in the can.